and look at it what we have right now. So I have to find applications to computers, and here as well I need the presentation slides, and I need to open one of the presentations, which is this time is going to be journaling A, as it looks like. So journaling A, and let's also turn to slide number 5. And here we insert a shape that is a subib, and here we have somewhere also shapes. Yeah, Doyoung. Exactly. And then let's look at it, what we can here insert. Now, the book says we should insert a star shape. Let's look at it where it is. Here we go. And let's try to put it into the middle. It's not yet in the middle, but now it is. And here as well, we can perhaps find the middle way. If we can't just put it somewhere inside there, where you see the helping line, and then we can use 2 block arrows, and for that again we have to get into the insert tab, and here then again Doyoung, and here we have our block arrows. Block arrow we can have 2 different ways, but let's take one single first, and what we can do is simply just make one more and then turn it around by 180 degree and just put it on the other side. Well, what we don't have, yeah, we do have now, are those lines which help us to give the exact location of that shape. And now again we go and take some more shapes. According to the book, we need something like this one time here. Okay, and we need a heart shape also. And let's see, where is the heart? We have the heart here. And let's make a look at it that we have this heart correctly. I made a mistake. I pressed the button that I didn't want to press. So let's look at it, how it looks like. So this is it, what we got now. Good. So how did I duplicate this arrow? Now let's take that arrow again from the other side. And what I did, well, you can do Control-C, Control-V, or simply just Control-D. Then put it over it completely, and then turn it around with the Shift button. That helps you to turn it around. And then basically, you see what is going on. It helps you to complete your task. And now it is completed, basically, approximately at least. Good, then you can write inside these shapes. For example, here I can type in me, and you can also type here then education, and then you can make a smaller heart. Inside the big heart, or actually you can put aside, and you can see here family. This heart is still big, so let's make it a little bit smaller, and let's also select each of these, sorry, select each of these together without the arrows. And then let's look at it, what kind of possibilities we have here. And we have here intense effect light blue accent 6, for example. So intense effect, and that would be this one here. 강한. This is it. So intense is 강한 효과, intense is 강한 효과. Okay, and this is supposed to be good. Certainly we can change the shape as well, so it doesn't really matter if you want to keep it or if you would like to change it. Then all you have to do is to come here, select it, and then in the 서식소 format contextual tool tab, you can say 도형 편집, and here you can change it to any other thing what you would like to have. Let's take the arrow upwards, and you see what happens. And now education is not correct here, but let's change it to job. So career is going upwards. You can also use connecting lines. Let's see where they are. Connector. Yeah, Youngyo-san. Then here you have the dots and dots over there too. And then obviously you can have your line. The problem is with this line right now, we don't see actually what we did. So I'm supposed to make another color. Let's take red. Let's take it, or even let's take first this style, and let's make it red. And we can also have a lot of other possibilities here to use. And here noun, for example, let's take this noun, and then you see what happened. So basically, once you move this shape, this connector, this curve connector goes with it along. Then you can also make another curve connector and connect it, let's say here again. You see it changed to green and to the heart, and it's white still, but now it's connected, so it's became also green. Here this point helps you to make a different shape of your shape what you made, and that's how it would work. So that's it. Okay, now if you add transitions, there are so many transitions, 전환 in Korean. And for that, we can take basically the same file, or we can continue with the same file, or we can go and journaling B. So let's take journaling B. Okay, so journaling B. And what we have to do is to display slide number 2. And then on the transition tab, transition to this slide. So 전환, and then slide 화면 전환. So transition to this slide. Group, click each thumbnail. You see the differences, you see how it works. If you click through. And then in the more, let's take cover. So I make it as bigger so that you see it, and then let's take in the more group. So 덮기. Here we go, cover. And in the cover, we also can have 효과 options, so effect, option. And now it's 오른쪽에서, right, from the right side. And what we can do is from top left. So let's take from top left. 왼쪽 위에서. From top left. And now let's look at this, what we have done. This is it. And now we can, in the timing group, we also have the possibility to use 모두 적용, so to apply to all. And then let's click the slide number 1, because we don't need for slide number 1 any kind of transition. So let's say 없음. So none in English, you select none in English, and in Korean it's none. 없음, obviously. And then in the reading view, you can then start viewing your presentation. And this is what you see inside the reading view. The slideshow view you can look at also this very similar, however, with the menu above. Okay, now let's select the slide sorter view, and from 2 to 5, let's say again cover, but this time let's say from top right. And let's look at it, what happened. So we already know that slide 4 is with top right, and slide 5 also, and then slide 6 and 7 from top left. Obviously, this is not a good thing, so we keep the top left for each slide except number 1. And in the timing group, we also have the sound and wind. So 바람 we can take here, and not for 1 but for 2 seconds. And let's see what we have done. So 보기, and let's say 일기용. So reading view. Okay, basically we finished with chapter 5 now.